States of America is in debt right now. If you look at the debt clock right here, this little spot, you can see that it is rising rapidly by the second. So let's go spend millions of dollars on our already fixing roads and bridges, right? No. Good afternoon, fellow classmates and judges. I'm Nikki, and today my partner Liz and I are here to tell you why it is impractical to invest in transportation infrastructure in America's current state. The resolution we are debating resolves that the United States federal government should substantially increase the transportation infrastructure investment in the United States. In other words, America should put billions of dollars into our road and travel system. In this debate, I'm going to talk about 3 different reasons why we cannot invest money in infrastructure right now. First, as I mentioned before, we are $16 trillion in debt. It would be irresponsible to use what little money we do have and spend it on infrastructure. Second, the whole investment would be a huge risk. We have no way of knowing what this end result of the project will be. It could fall flat and we could lose millions and millions of dollars. And lastly, are all these investments really necessary? There are already $74 billion invested in infrastructure. Do we need more? As I'm sure you all know, America is in the middle of a recession right now. People are scrambling for jobs or laying low on unemployment. We just barely saved ourselves from a fiscal cliff. Our economy is in shambles. Let's get ourselves out of this massive recession and then we can focus on improving our transportation. Investing money to build new transportation systems is impractical and undesirable at this point in time because we do not have the money for it. The affirmative side may say that all this new infrastructure will create new jobs to stimulate the economy, but that is not completely true. You may think that it will create new jobs, but in fact it is only transferring them. In order to pay these workers, money must be borrowed from someone working a different job or taken from the taxpayers. So yes, it is creating jobs, but it's also destroying other jobs. And infrastructure spending would have a negative effect on the economy because it would just be using borrowed money. Also, infrastructure projects tend to suffer from massive cost overruns, waste, fraud, and abuse. A study published as Underestimating Costs in Public Works Projects, Error or Lie, looked at 20 different nations across 5 continents. Found that 9 out of 10 infrastructure projects have come in over budget. Rail projects have been found to come in 44.7% higher than estimated at first. Bridges and tunnels are on average 33.8% higher, and roads are 20.4% higher. If this infrastructure investment goes through in America, we won't have extra money to give to these projects after years of work. These projects could then lose funding, and then we could have half-finished roads and bridges, and that's just a big waste. The word investment comes up in our resolution. An investment is the process of investing money for profit or material result. A profit or material result. This goes back to the whole risk factor. Sure, we could take our money, invest in new roads and new bridges, but how do we know that we're going to get a profit? This whole project could lose funding or not succeed in the way we want it to, and then America just wasted millions of dollars for nothing. It has been said that when the government spends $1 in infrastructure, there's a $1.44 in growth, but this is just an opinion. In a recent paper for IMF, it says economists have offered an embarrassingly wide range of estimated multipliers. The article goes on to say that some economists find larger multipliers and some find negative ones. In other words, there's no way to know for sure whether or not an investment on infrastructure will actually lead to a profit. It is a very risky gamble to invest all of this money in infrastructure. According to Keynesian economists, for spending to be stimulative, it must be timely, targeted, and temporary. Infrastructure can't be stimulative because it isn't timely, targeted, or temporary. It takes planning, contracting, and evaluation before it can even begin. It would be impossible to pull an immediate profit out of transportation infrastructure, and that's what America needs right now. Our infrastructure is getting better. According to the Department of Transportation, the roughness index of major roads has declined, meaning our roads have gotten smoother. Comparing 2009 and 1989, highways are about 20% smoother now. In 1990, 24% of America's bridges were structurally deficient. In 2011, that number dropped to only 11%. We are improving at the rate we are going now. There's no need to spend more money when we are already fixing our transportation with the money we have. Our budget is giving us more than enough room to keep up with our current system, and it's giving us some leeway to improve it. We need to find out what is most important to fix and start there, because not everything needs to be worked on right now. America's too quick to throw out the slightly old and bring in the new. spending, and that's just what got us into this huge mess. In the 6 minutes that it took me to say this speech, the debt cap went up $4 million. $4 million in just 6 minutes. That's about $600,000 a minute and $11,000 a second. I think it's pretty clear that we're in a recession. Think about this when it comes time to vote. Thank you. Vote.